The oldest inn on the Isle of Skye, and just as quirky as that sounds. Sea views that stop you in your tracks, a corridor with a ceiling so low you'll want to duck, a room styled straight out of another century, and a fish and chips portion that nearly beat me. This is the Stein Inn. Believe it or not, this whole bay was once part of an 18th century master plan, a fishing village designed by the engineer Thomas Telford. The grand herring port never happened, but the inn did, and 200 years later, it's still standing right here on Loch Bay. And here is the entrance, that classic inn signage above the door, so you know exactly where you are. Inside, the reception sets the tone for the whole place. It's decorated with a real mix of objects, a lot of maritime touches, pictures with a nautical theme, and then some genuinely quirky pieces thrown in, like this weird looking golden model ape, and a few neon signs dotted about. Yes, it's weird, but it works. Heading up to the rooms, you're walking on tartan carpet past some equally quirky art, framed clamshells, and a few pieces of people with animal heads. Definitely not a generic hotel staircase. Along the corridor to my room, just a heads up, the ceiling slopes down here, so mind your head if you're tall. I stayed in the Loch Bay room, right at the end. It's done out in a period style throughout. Quick disclaimer, I was genuinely too tired last night after the drive up from Loch Lomond to film, so this room tour is actually happening the next morning. There's a double sofa in here with an animal print rug draped over the back and period coloured radiators, though obviously not needed in the summer. The windows are on the smaller side, but they give a lovely view straight over the loch, and opening them brought a really pleasant cool breeze through the room. The bed itself was comfortable. There's also a small work table, styled with a few vases and plants, and an information book with everything you need to know about the inn. More of that QWERTY art on the walls too, including a fabric zebra piece that caught my eye. The storage cupboard has that suitably aged innkeeping look, and inside you'll find a hairdryer, a coffee machine, tea and coffee, and a complimentary bottle of Highland spring water. One thing worth flagging if you rely on your phone, there's no mobile signal in the room either on EE or Vodafone. Wi-Fi is provided. I ran at about 20 megabits, which was enough, and Wi-Fi calling picked up the slack for calls once I switched it on. By the bed there's a lamp and radio, and the same fantastic loch view again through the second window. Let's take a look at the bathroom. This was spotless when I arrived last night. I should say I've since had a shower, so it's a little more lived in now. One thing to flag, the shower is in a cabinet with a shower tray and is quite cramped. I could only just fit myself in. There's no bath in this particular room. Some of the toiletries are provided by Noble Isle. Down for dinner now. I wasn't able to film last night. It was absolutely packed. But I did grab a few photos. The whole atmosphere down here is brilliant. You genuinely feel like you've stepped into a medieval inn. The menu is short and simple. This is the fish and chips I ordered. The portion size is huge and it tasted great. Fair warning, It can get pretty noisy in the evening, but honestly, that's part of the charm. After a good night's sleep, I came down for breakfast, served in the same room that doubles as the restaurant. Same rustic feel, complete with a wood-burning fire, obviously not lit in summer. The breakfast menu, like dinner, is small and simple. I went for the vegetarian breakfast. It wasn't quite as beautifully plated as you'd get at some of the more upmarket hotels nearby, but it tasted fine. Worth knowing if you're a vegetarian. There wasn't a dedicated vegetarian Scottish breakfast here, so really the mushrooms were the main event. I'll leave you with those same lovely outdoor views. Right next door is the Loch Bay restaurant, which I'm told, and it holds a Michelin star, so I believe it, is one of the best on the Isle of Skye. Worth noting though, their website states they'll be closing on the 1st of October 2026, so if it's on your list, don't leave it too long. If you enjoyed this one, hit subscribe for more unusual and unforgettable places to stay across the UK and beyond. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.